Have you ever wanted to learn a new language? Maybe you were inspired by a recent international trip, became obsessed with a foreign film or TV show, wanted to communicate better with a loved one, or just felt like developing a new skill. With Rosetta Stone, learning a new language is easier than you thought. Rosetta Stone has been a trusted expert for 30 years with millions of users and 25 languages offered, including Spanish, French, Japanese, Dutch, and more. Learning is immersive and designed for long-term retention, so you fully learn to speak, listen, and even think in that language. Don't put off learning that language. There's no better time than right now to get started. Listeners can get Rosetta Stone's lifetime membership for 50% off. Visit rosettastone.com/today. That's 50% off unlimited access to 25 language courses for the rest of your life. Redeem your 50% off at rosettastone.com/today.
In Florida, a man has been charged with grand larceny after using the company gas card to steal in some unique ways. 70 men have been arrested in a major sex trafficking scheme during the Las Vegas Grand Prix. And in Tiajuanja, cartel leaders go on a massive killing rampage. These stories and more coming at you today, Monday, December 18th on Real Life Real Crime Daily, and I'm Jim Chapman.
I'm Woody Overton.
And I'm Mike Agovino.
What's up, fellas?
I think he just tried to copy your dialect on there.
I tried.
He said, I'm Mike Agovino.
Is that you? Woody's wearing a Billy Goat. Is that Chicago Billy Goat?
Hey, you know about that?
Oh, the Billy Goat was right below my old office there. The best cheeseburgers.
That's right. Cheeseburger.
That is the cheeseburger joint in Chicago.
Saturday Night Live skit they used to do, and they did it from the Billy Goat.
Okay.
Yeah, and
I was not familiar with
Belushi and all that.
Good cheeseburger.
Now they have several Billy Goats, but I went to all of them.
That is a world famous joint, the Billy Goat.
Fucking just still red and white checker tablecloths and all the actors on the wall and everything. Great place to day drink. Highly recommend it.
The Billy Goat.
Yeah.
The Billy
And look,
Goat.
they bring in tours. Yeah, we're sitting in there day drinking, and they have like tour buses that come in and get the cheeseburger. Yeah.
It was a mandatory stop every trip to Chicago. I had to get in there for something.
Yep. The Billy Goat hat.
Not familiar with it, but it sounds good. I like a cheeseburger.
Yes, indeed. Cheeseburger. So
They made good ones.
All right, so fellas, it is Monday, and we're just a short time away from Santa Claus and Jesus' birthday. Santa Claus coming and Jesus' birthday.
And I haven't bought a single freaking gift.
Me either. I'm sure I bought a lot of gifts. I haven't purchased any personally.
Physically.
Yeah, all right. So anyway, let's get into some crime time for Monday.
All right, and we're going to start out in Florida. A Florida man was arrested after he was caught using his company credit card to fill up his personal car's gas tank 74 times in the span of 1 month.
Wow.
It's totaling.
Damn, how much?
What?
Yeah.
We're going to get into it. That was exactly what caught my eye. Totaling nearly $4,000. Robert Dirth, 71.
Wow.
71-year-old man, y'all, was arrested Thursday and charged with felony larceny. Dirth started working at the Sales Corp USA based in Wildwood back in August of 2022 as a part-time delivery driver. Whenever the company-owned trucks needed gas, Dirth would use the company's gas card to fill them up. Very common. Right. He's supposed to return that card after he filled up the truck to the office. However, he didn't. The 71-year-old man used his company card 74 times at 12 different gas stations across Sumter County between September 12th and October 17th of 2023. He would fill up his personal vehicle, which was a 2013 Kia SUV, with unleaded gas when he did not have permission to do so. This from deputies.
74 times in a Kia. Kia's good gas mileage.
Right. And it should be noted that the company-owned trucks only use diesel. So, he's filling his up with regular gas. That right there would throw up a red flag. All of Durst's unauthorized transactions added up to $3,822.88. A representative from the company completed a sworn written statement and signed an intent to prosecute. And Durst was also caught on surveillance footage from a 7-Eleven gas station using the company's fuel card to gas up his personal car on at least 7 different dates. And on one occasion, he pulls portable gas cans out the trunk, starts filling those up.
I was just doing the mileage on an average of 400 miles a tank. That's 29,600 miles that dude drove in a month.
Crazy.
Where the hell is he going?
On Monday of this past week, Dirk met with deputies for an interview where he was read his Miranda warnings and agreed to speak with detectives. When he said he was not, what he said was not made immediately available to us, but he was arrested and transported to the county jail, and he was released later that day after posting a $2,000 bond. But it is a major issue. The company theft when it comes to gas specifically, and I'll tell you a quick story. With the company that I used to work for, we had a company car and a gas card. Right. But we would have to key in all kinds of things. We'd have to key in the mileage when we filled up our car. And also we had a code that was unique to us that we would almost like a PIN number that you would have to key in. So not only would they know that Jim Chapman filled up his vehicle, they would also know the mileage when I filled it up. Right. So the next time I went, if I had a 700-mile gap one way or the other, they're going to know something's up. It's going to raise a red flag.
We had cards. We had fuel mans back in the day. The reason the mileage wouldn't work is because a lot of times you're sitting idle. You're running 12 hours.
Right. Well, that's true.
But I've had to arrest cops for using their fuel man card for filling up everything from their personal vehicles to their bass boats.
Oh, I'm sure.
And it's because somebody called him like, hey, we saw him use his fuel man card, and he filled up his bass boat.
Yeah.
And it's stupid. I mean, you hate to see that, but I don't know.
Look, I know a particular mayor that when he took office, one of the things he instituted was putting GPS on city vehicles. Yeah. It cut the gas usage down over 30%.
I bet it did.
Over 30% that first year just from putting GPS. So obviously they were, taking their company cars on vacation, right? Things like that.
I one up you on that one. I'm not going to say where and when, but a certain department, sheriff's got a phone call, and it was from, I wasn't Pinellas County, it was somewhere down in Florida, a beach community. Mm-hmm. And they were like, are you missing one of your marked units? And he was like, no. And then he said, what's the unit number? They gave it to him. The deputy had taken his family on vacation in his marked unit.
Oh, that's a no-no, isn't it?
Yeah, you're busted.
You're in a bind.
You're in a bind. That's a long ride back for you, homie. Yeah. Hey, you know what? Let's talk about some more cars. The Grand Prix racing, you ever watch it?
Oh, yeah, Formula One?
Yeah, see, I like NASCAR and shit, but then I started watching a series on
Netflix?
Yeah, but it's like team racing and all that stuff. So, yeah, it's a big worldwide sport for
big money.
That don't know. And recently they held the big Grand Prix in Las Vegas. Well, that brings all kinds of people to town, right? But Las Vegas does anyway. So during the Grand Prix, they were 70-plus men arrested during a sex trafficking operation run by the Metro's Police Vice Squad during the week of the Las Vegas Grand Prix. 7 of those men, according to the police, were arrested for luring a child or soliciting a minor. All 7 thought they were meeting a teenage girl, and records indicate the oldest man is arrested was 64 and the youngest is 22. Each defendant, of course, it naturally has an open case in Las Vegas with a variety of sex charges, including luring a child for sexual acts. And one of those men, 31 years old, also faces a gun charge carrying a concealed weapon without a permit. And he told the police, he says, hey, I carry a firearm when I'm alone. That's what the police report said. But he acknowledged being the 14-year-old female, according to the report, which also said he told police the $100 in his pocket at the time of his arrest was to buy some sushi. I take that, right? But most of the men agreed to pay the undercover decoys somewhere between the range of $100 to $120. I'm pretty sure you're not going to get a prostitute worth a grain of salt. They must have thought it was a deal. $100 to $120. And so while one of the men arrested initially offered his decoy $120 and then lowered his offer to $100. Most had cash on the person and some brought protection, meaning condoms. Others negotiated sex without protection. So they paid for a higher price not to use a condom to go bareback. Right?
Oh, Lord.
And police report one of the defendants, 46-year-old, had a Sacramento address, and he was arrested in his blue Lexus with California plates and thought he was meeting a 14-year-old girl. And police recovered 2 Viagra pills in the man's vehicle during that arrest, which he then denied. And he stated he has Viagra because his thing doesn't work, right? Anyway, the strip was loaded with tourists during that week of the F1 race, y'all, and the issue of sex trafficking plagues Las Vegas, especially during these major sports. It's like
and it's also legal prostitution.
No.
Right?
No. That's a misnomer. Prostitution is only legal in like one county, and it's an hour outside of Las Vegas. That's where the Bunny Ranch and all that is. But it's rampant. Everywhere you go on the strip, there's flyers and people out handing out things, get you escorts to your room, but it's still illegal. So anytime they have these big sporting events, they go in and they undercover and do these undercover scenes. So don't be buying sex.
No, and it's this is like an Epstein's Island kind of thing.
Right.
These big events, festivals in the south of France. They're bringing
Super Bowl playoff games.
Anywhere that wealthy men are gathered, they're doing this.
Professional boxing matches. If the big shit comes in, whatever city it is. New Orleans, when the Sugar Bowl comes, there'll be an influx of prostitutes.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah. That's part of the sex trafficking. They ship them from city to city. They pimp them wherever the big action.
Load up on cash that.
Yeah. I would just think you could afford more than $100. Or
that part is weird.
You know why? Because that's almost fucking entrapment, right? Everybody else is charging $1,000, but you can have me for $120.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. I don't know. Interesting that.
But I think at that price they'd be questioning
overall they got 70,
quality.
And out of the 70, 7 of them were there to have sex with a kid. Yeah. Fuck them.
Sad.
Yeah, sick.
Sad.
Sex trafficking.
Although we don't have the list of people who flew on Epstein Air. I want to see those, those names.
Good luck with that.
Yeah. Tijuana.
Yep, been there.
So have I.
It's been a while. Like 12 years.
Yeah, I don't think going back there right now is a great idea. But only in Tijuana, it seems some of Tijuana's finest decided that crime does pay.
Right.
And decided to get in on some of the action. A half dozen local and state police officers in Tijuana hatched a plot to steal a large shipment of drugs from a warehouse where traffickers were storing it. Video emerged of the officer's pickup truck pulling out of the building with big plastic-wrapped bales of cocaine filling the truck bed.
Good coca.
State prosecutor Maria Elena Andre confirmed that 3 state detectives were under investigation in the case, along with a similar number of Tijuana municipal police. Alberto Capella, the former head of Tijuana police, said the cache of drugs appeared to have belonged to guess who? The Sinaloa Cartel. Specifically, the wing of the Sinaloa Cartel controlled by the drug lord Ismael El Mayo Zambada, the most powerful guy in town. These cops apparently did not believe in starting off small. And the cartel found out almost immediately who had pulled off the heist, and that's when the killing began.
There you go.
And it reads like a TV script. Enraged drug lords hunting down corrupt police officers who stole their drugs. On November 18th, just hours after the initial theft, gunmen sprayed the federal prosecutor's office in Tijuana with at least 30 rounds. Within an hour, one of the municipal police officers allegedly involved in the heist had been gunned down on a street in Tijuana. On November 24th, gunmen targeted the state prosecutor's office with another barrage of gunfire. On the 27th, a state detective under investigation for the theft was gunned down in his car while filling it with gas. Just a day earlier, that officer had declined an offer for a spot in the state witness protection program in return for testifying in the case.
But I wish he had.
Over the next several days, 3 more officers were killed, but none of those 3 were believed to have been involved in the heist. Former Chief Capella commented on those murders, and he said, quote, "When you mess with El Mayo, the guy Zambada,
You mess with the best."
who he referred to as the most powerful guy in town, he said he tends to go with a more, quote, generalized retribution.
Yeah, you just kill every cop.
Tijuana is the murder capital of Mexico with double the number of the next closest city, which is Juarez. Tijuana has a population of just over 2 million and sees around 2,000 murders annually. To put that in perspective, Houston has almost the same exact population and has a little over 400 murders a year.
Wow.
That's 5 times the murder rate per capita. But while Tijuana is no stranger to violence or corruption, it has never seen anything of this scale, according to Capella. When he took over as police chief, he had to fire about a quarter of the officers, and he survived multiple assassination attempts while he was head of the police. But police stealing a cartel's entire drug shipment is a new low. Tijuana has never seen anything of this scale, and that's saying a lot, he said.
It's crazy. I wonder what that does for medical tourism.
Yayo makes you do some crazy things.
Don't get high on your own supply.
That's right.
Right?
Generalized retribution.
Yeah, I bet you they kill their family members too.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's like, I can't find you. You're hiding. That's okay. We'll just kill your mama and your grandma. We'll just kill all of your generation.
Okay, if you're living in a place like that, you obviously are familiar with the cartels and their reach and everything else.
Right. I don't get it.
What the hell gives you the bravado
like
to go steal their
the cartel
stuff?
has to get it across the border and all that. I don't know.
And they'll behead you.
Oh yeah.
I mean they do a lot of that in cartels.
Everything too. Yeah.
A little too brave for their britches.
Hey ladies, are you feeling overwhelmed by hormonal changes? Well, you're definitely not alone. There are more than 1,000 hormone disruptors living in our environment right now. It's in your food, your water, the air you breathe, the clothes you wear, your skincare products. They all mess with your hormones. Then there's the natural hormone changes your body goes through, premenopause, menopause. And while it's a natural process, it doesn't mean you have to suffer through it. The good news is you don't have to suffer through it anymore because now you have Hormone Harmony, a formula made only with herbal ingredients that are shown to reduce hormonal symptoms in women of all ages. Hormone Harmony is not just a hormone support and supplement. It's become a phenomenon. Women can't stop talking about it on social media. A bottle of Hormone Harmony is sold every 24 seconds. And the biggest benefit? Well, my wife says it makes her feel like her own self again. And that's what women mention over and over in the reviews. And there are over 30,000 reviews for Hormone Harmony. And for a limited time, you can get 15% off your entire first order at happymammoth.com. Just use code RLRC at checkout. That's happymammoth.com and use code RLRC for 15% off today. That's happymammoth.com and use code RLRC. Hey, y'all, let me tell you about Gobble. All Gobble meal kits are pre-prepped. That means less work for you and less waste in your kitchen. Their meal kits include everything you need so you can save time at the store or just skip that trip entirely. I got the box in and I had 3 different meals. I had a Kung Pao chicken, crispy fish tacos, and a beef bourguignon, however you say it. But let me tell you about the classic beef bourguignon. Look, it came with beef pot roast and a beef broth concentrate, red wine demi-glaze, cremini mushrooms, cipollone onions, mashed potatoes, baby carrots, and rosemary thyme butter. It was so easy to make. Literally like 15 minutes it took Cindy. And let me tell you something. And all the dishes were fire, but this thing was like a taste explosion in my mouth. It's just unreal. We got to spend more time together and more time doing the things we love because everything came in this one single box right to my door. So see what a difference God will make for your household. Right now, they're offering my listeners a fantastic limited time deal. You get $120 off across 4 boxes, plus free shipping and free cookies. And let me tell you, those cookies, I ate one that was sin baked and it was delicious. Go to gobble.com/reallife. That's GOBBLE.com/real life for $120 off your first 4 boxes. This offer is not available on the home site, so don't miss out. This is genius. It's taste explosions in your mouth like you never had.
Well, there you have it. All right. Well, we got one coming at you from Florida. Oh,
whereabouts in Florida?
Well, we'll get to that. How about St. Pete Beach? If you're familiar with that,
we know what county St. Pete Beach is in.
All right. Well, a tourist found himself behind bars after he was drunk, right? And he threw gator nuggets into a restaurant.
Gator nuggets.
Gator nuggets. You never heard of gator nuggets?
Like chicken nuggets?
It's actual fried gator.
It's fried gator. Yeah.
Okay. Well, okay.
It's good stuff.
Just a weird thing to be throwing. Okay.
He threw them into a restaurant. But that's not the weird part, Mike. He sexually molested a manatee statue.
What?
Yes. When a staff asked him to leave.
Okay.
He sexually molested a manatee statue. Okay. That would seem difficult.
So put that picture in your head as I tell you this story. Anthony Lessa, 23, was arrested and charged with disorderly intoxication after the incident took place at 2 separate places in St. Pete Beach on Friday. Postcard Inn on the beach and Rick's Reef Restaurant. Those are the 2 places. The man from Pittsburgh. I was waiting for Mike to say, "I figures."
No.
You like your Pitt people?
It's Philly people.
Terry Bradshaw fan?
No, I love the Pittsburgh people.
All right. Well, the man from Pittsburgh is accused of throwing gator nuggets into Rick's Reef Restaurant, and deputies found more of them in his pants pocket when he was arrested. According to the Rick's Reef Restaurant menu, gator bites are pieces of fresh fried gator, and it is good. Yeah. Try it sometime.
Tastes like chicken.
When staff confronted Lessa, he became belligerent and sexually molested a manatee statue in the presence of the staff and other patrons. Right. He then ran off the property and down Gulf Boulevard towards his hotel, the Postcard Inn on the beach. The hotel's manager called authorities later after Lessa was acting disorderly near the front desk area. He was yelling and screaming obscenities at the front desk worker. When the manager asked Lessa to calm down and offered to escort him to his room, he refused to say what room he was in. Lessa was then trespassed from the property, but he stayed in the parking lot, lingering and yelling more obscenities. This caused a backup in traffic. Of course, this is Gulf Beach Boulevard, right? Everybody's driving down the road. You got this dude F-bombing. So it causes a backup in traffic and disturbing the peace as several other guests waited for rides. So they were waiting to leave, and he's still F-bombing. When deputies caught up with Lessa, they observed a strong odor consistent with alcoholic beverage.
Yeah, that's how you have to write it.
And they noticed his pupils were dilated in a high light environment.
Yeah, right.
So he was also reportedly in a heightened state with a short-term memory implication. Not sure what that means, but that's what he was in.
It's fucked up.
For example, Lessa continued to ask deputies why he was being arrested on a loop.
On a loop?
On a loop. He must have thought he was on a loop.
What?
I don't know what that means either, but
bizarre.
Deputies probably thought the same thing.
Right.
So he was placed into custody near the hotel and transported to jail. He has since been released on his own recognizance, according to arrest records, but don't molest manatee statues when you're drunk is the moral of that story.
Do you molest the statue?
I guess he was just dry humping.
Was he dry humping or he was trying to perform?
He probably like bending over and was like, yeah, you see this? I'm going to take care of your manatee statue.
And dangerous piece of ass.
I mean, who does that? This is real shit, y'all.
Okay, so
we don't make this shit up.
I'm going to tell you.
That's either a really bad kinky crime or a really bad dumb criminal.
But check this out. So the apparent odor alcoholic beverages, that's what you write in all the reports, and the people's being dilated in a highlight situation. That's what you are right as your probable cause for dealing with this asshole. So at some point, though, they searched for dope, and all they found was Gator Nuggets in his pocket.
Gator Nuggets.
He'd already smoked.
That ain't no dope.
He'd already smoked all the milk. Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe the Gator Nuggets were laced.
Could be.
Yeah, could be. Yeah.
Little yayo on them.
Who would think to? So what would the charge be on the manatee?
Probably some in Louisiana, it'd be some kind of
drunken disorderly.
Well,
maybe lewd acts with
expose himself. It'd be lewd and lascivious or something like that.
There is
so he could have stripped down naked, got on.
Yeah, he could have teabagged the manatee.
Didn't say anything about him stripping down, so I don't think he stripped down, but he definitely acted like he was banging it.
They went back far enough to know that
somebody's got to have it. There's got to be a photo of this somewhere. If I need to see the guy teabagging the manatee photo, that's
Lord.
Valuable.
Man, was that Pinellas County, by the way?
Yes, it is.
Pinellas County.
I was thinking about this today on listening to episode on the way in here. I promise the listeners out there, we have thousands of stories we can pick from. We do not pick Pinellas County on purpose. No. It just happened to be the strangest shit going on in Pinellas County.
Florida in general and Pinellas especially.
But I think Pinellas is by far the county we've ever covered.
And while we're on the subject of that, look, if any of our fans are from the Pinellas County area and you're familiar with Rick's Reef Restaurant, we want you to send us a picture of the manatee.
Catherine Stewart, go over there.
Message us the picture of the manatee. We'd like to check that out.
And you can ask them how he did it.
Yeah.
She'll do it.
And look, while we're on that subject, real quick, we thank the fan for sending us the Sheriff Judd on a shelf, but I had the person wrong. So the person that I read off was the person on eBay. The person that actually bought us that.
Right.
They bought it off of eBay and had them direct ship it to us.
Okay.
So we want to thank Christine Tillman, who was on Bloody Angola on our.
Oh, is that Christine?
Yes, Attorney Christine Tillman,
hey, super intelligent. You need to go listen to that episode with her. It concluded the series on the Attorney General and
that's right.
And
shameless plug too.
That's right. We love to plug the best.
Bloody Angola.
But thank you, Christine. And sorry I screwed that story up the first time.
She's awesome, and thank you for coming on the show too, sweetie. You're awesome. Your husband was awesome too.
100%.
I love manatees. I think they're really cool creatures. I hate to see somebody doing that to a manatee. Right. It's terrible.
Even a statued one.
Right.
And who has manatees?
Florida.
No. That of the three of us, who covers manatee story? So I think you got Trump there. I don't know. There might have been a board violation in that story.
There wasn't a live manatee.
It's a fake manatee.
Statues or anybody.
Statues are in play for anyone?
Yeah. Anyone.
I don't know.
Statues are in play.
I didn't take
going to spend some time with the bylaws on that one.
Oh, you got too much time on your phone.
Okay. Let's go to Manhattan. Harrison Ferreras, age 37, was shot point blank in the head during a robbery at a Manhattan eatery last week. But Manhattan Assistant DA Alex Patton says Ferreras wasn't just an unfortunate bystander in the robbery, but rather the intended target of a hit. Patton says Ferreras was the victim of a love triangle rivalry involving the accused gunman who staged the robbery to cover his tracks. Heighton Camacho Bonilla, age 37, is accused by prosecutors of mounting a cold-blooded plot driven by jealousy to kill Harrison Ferreras at the Seafood King Fish Market in Washington Heights, which is right where Columbia is, way up there at the tip of Manhattan. The act was premeditated, deliberate, callous, and is just by sheer luck that the victim is still alive, Assistant DA Patton told the judge at Camacho Bonilla's arraignment. Ferreras, who remained laid up at the hospital in bad shape Tuesday, had a brief romantic fling several months ago with the mother of Camacho Bonilla's child, Patton said. The brief fling allegedly fueled a jealous rage in Camacho Bonilla, who had been separated from the woman for about 8 months, but nonetheless became obsessed with her new beau. So just before 2 a.m. on December 6th, the enraged accused shooter with all black stuff, clad in all black with a hat, face mask, showed up at the eatery on Broadway and West 163rd, ordered food, and then left in what first appeared to be a normal transaction. But Camacho Bonilla had been casing the place. He allegedly returned a few minutes later, and as his romantic rival sat at the counter eating, he pointed a distinctive blue gun at his back and shot. And amazingly, as we said before, Ferreras has lived through this thing. So, the shooter, didn't think about the surveillance cameras, which captured the violent act and its aftermath. So, we've got all of this on footage, and you can clearly see that it is Camacho Bonilla who did this. So, the guy's not the smartest tool in the shed, but and plus he didn't kill him. He attempted to assassinate the victim based on jealousy, and
one job.
And he blew it and couldn't do it. So
one job.
You stupid. You going to
And you can't even look around and see if they have cameras.
Yeah.
I mean, how fucking stupid. That could be a dumb criminal.
That could be.
Could be. That you had one job.
Got one job.
He blew it.
Oh yeah, I'm glad
the guy's going to live. I think he was critical, but they moved him. Listed him now as stable, so hopefully he's going to make
shot
it.
In the head, it's pretty much going to be critical.
Yeah,
he's very lucky to survive.
Well, we're close to Christmas, and I have a little Christmas extra for you today.
There you go.
I'm going to give you the list of the top crimes committed during the holidays.
Burglary.
How about that? We'll talk about them a little bit.
All right.
Obviously, the holiday season's well underway. Decorations are up. Stores are crowded. There's an abundance of shoppers, and holiday parties have commenced.
Yes, they have.
I've seen a lot of people on Facebook posting those holiday party pictures. For many, it's a time of happiness and cheer. It's a time to celebrate and appreciate being with family and friends. But for others, the holidays can be challenging. They bring up difficult emotions, memories, and increased stress. And whether you're full of holiday spirit or struggling through, it's helpful to be aware of some of the top crimes committed so you can avoid being a victim. So, first one's obvious, shoplifting.
I was going to say drunk driving.
Yeah,
well, shoplifting from a retail store is a common crime. It's no surprise that even more common during the holidays. Shopping is at its peak during the holiday season, and even with seasonal help, there's frequently not enough employees to go around, right? So
dirtbags need Christmas presents too for their people.
That's right. Shoplifters can often take advantage of that. They take, if there's 4 employees and 400 people in the store, your shoplifters are going to be the ones swiping things. Yep. So shoplifting definitely on the rise during the holiday season. Robbery. The holiday season major increase in robberies. Robbers are aware that people are often carrying more cash, and holiday crowds can provide a distraction. People are often robbed in public places such as parking lots. Yep. So if you're, getting your Christmas goods and you're going out to the parking lot from Best Buy,
make sure you got your keys in your hand. You're looking around before you get in the car because they're going to run up behind you and get your shit.
That's right. How about identity theft? A major, that would be the number 3 on the list, with increased credit card debt. Credit and debit card activity, both online and in store. Yep. The risk of ID theft is higher this time of year. These risks exist year round, but they're heightened with the influx of shopping.
Everybody's doing it. Right?
That's right. So they'll steal your credit card numbers, social security numbers, and other personal information. and use it to make purchases of their own. So be aware of that. And obviously with the internet, a lot of people are buying off Amazon. They're keying in credit card numbers and other sites as well. And so there's a big spike in identity theft. And Mike mentioned it earlier in drunk driving DUIs are obviously higher during the holiday season.
It's not only because they're drinking, but every department gets federal grants. I think it's called LACE. And so all the off-duty cops are out there making overtime writing DWIs.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Well, but what leads to that, them being out there making overtime doesn't necessarily lead to the drinking. The drinking is contributed to from the
season,
the holiday festivities. That's right. Consumption of a lot of alcohol for Christmas parties. You got all that going on. And hey, eggnog. Do you drink eggnog?
I absolutely do.
Do you really?
Oh man,
I don't like it. Mike?
No, not a big eggnog person.
We make it homemade with bourbon.
Yeah, I'm not an eggnog guy, but a lot of it going around during the holidays, and that can contribute to just don't get behind a vehicle, y'all. I mean, it's too easy to call an Uber.
No, they do roadblocks in California during the holidays.
They do.
They do them here. Probably not as common.
Just
but
not worth it.
Yeah, not worth it at all. And finally on this list, and something that kind of surprised me a little bit, but domestic violence and assault higher during the holidays.
Absolutely. And it's nothing like leaving the ones you love.
Christmas Eve beating.
Absolutely.
Well, you know, the general thought behind that is it's a stressful time of year for some people because maybe you don't have enough money to buy all these Christmas gifts, and you know,
maybe they bought you
feel pressured, and then
maybe they bought you some shit you didn't want,
or maybe so,
and maybe your mother-in-law is crawling up your ass, or father-in-law is doing whatever.
Mother-in-law,
like, bitch,
mother-in-law,
get out of the house.
Well, it's funny you should say that because family violence among siblings and things like that are at their heights during the holidays. Obviously, because they're together, they're arguing,
and then they're forced to be together most of the time.
Not everybody gets
by
along.
Mother-in-laws.
Yeah.
Yep.
So that is shoplifting, robbery, identity theft, drunk driving, and domestic violence are your 5 top crimes committed during the holidays.
Hey, and guess what? If you get arrested on Christmas Eve or the day before Christmas Eve, whatever, you're not going for a judge for a while. And I have a Real Life Real Crime original. We're going to be dropping on a murder that I worked on Christmas Eve, and we didn't get the autopsy back until afterwards. I'm going to give it away. We didn't know it was a murder. We'll leave it at that. But anyway,
stay tuned.
When are you dropping that?
The original.
I'm about to figure
Saturday?
it out. We got it'll be on a Saturday, but I don't know. My dates are all fucked up.
We'll keep you informed.
We'll keep you updated. Holy smokes, y'all.
So
it's
a little bit kinky.
Crimes for Monday. And you're never going to believe this, but you probably will. A Florida man was able to get out of a potential arrest by anyone, Bueller, by flashing his genitals at a police officer.
There you go.
That's correct.
He got out of an arrest?
That's correct. Law enforcement officials in Port St. Lucie received a complaint from a woman who suspected a man was masturbating in his car while sitting in a CVS parking lot. The woman had not seen the unidentified man's genitals, but noticed he was making an up and down motion in the area of his crotch. By the time police arrived, the suspect had gone into the CVS, and the responding officer approached him as he exited the store. The officer asked the man to think about what he did in the parking lot that would have brought the attention to himself, right? To have the cops called on him. The suspect responded he had gotten the urge to scratch his testicles.
Hey.
Because
know how that is.
Of a rash he had.
Don't know how that is.
Right? So
it could have been a little.
He then asked,
rash.
Then asked the officers, "Hey, look, dude, you think I'm lying?" And the cop's like, you know what? And the guy's like, "Let me show you." So he whips out his balls to the officer, and the officer verified he did have a rash.
Yeah.
A very severe rash. And they deemed there was no proof that he was masturbating. And guess what? He didn't get arrested.
Hey, that makes sense. And that's freaking awesome.
I mean,
I'll pull my nuts out right now.
Like,
I got a rash.
He had fiery nuts. And the cop was like, ooh, damn. Okay, all right. We're not going to fuck with you.
That's a great
He
one.
might have had he might have had something nobody had a name for yet. Yeah.
Used the cream he had a prescription for from CVS.
Yeah. Well, you got to scratch your shit, I guess.
That's it. Yeah. I mean, he's like, I was
almost
my balls.
kinky crime.
That was the least arousing kinky crime story of all time.
Well, they're not always arousing.
They always had
Snow.
They only had hairy bubblegum in
No
it.
payoff.
That's
They
it.
had red hairy bubblegum.
How about that?
Almost kinky.
Show your nuts to the cops and don't get arrested.
That's right. Cops like, ooh.
That don't happen every day.
All right.
Maybe at Mike's house.
Yeah, we'll try it.
Oh, all that shit happens at my house.
Yeah.
All kinds of craziness.
Spark something uncommon this holiday with just the right gift from Uncommon Goods. The busy holiday season is here, and Uncommon Goods makes it less stressful with incredible hand-picked gifts for everyone on your list, all in one spot. Gifts to spark joy, wonder, delight, and that's exactly what I wanted feeling. Hey, y'all, I ordered a super cool piece. It's a candle with a sculpture of LSU's Tiger Stadium on top of it. And each officially licensed laser cut wooden replica features up to 4 layers of detail, creating a bird's eye view of a specific football field, seating section, and more. And every label includes your stadium's name, the team's logo, and school location. And it has a coconut, soy, vegan wax infused with sandalwood smell that creates tailgates and touchdown scent profile, reminiscent of game day. It's invigorating like fresh cut grass and nostalgic like smoke from a pre-game grill, and calming like the crisp autumn air of a new semester on campus. Y'all, I love it. I have it at the base of my TV, and I'm ready to watch the Tigers play on Saturday night, right? Uncommon Goods. Look, when you shop at Uncommon Goods, you're supporting artists and small independent businesses. And many of their handcrafted products are made in small batches. So shop now before they sell out this holiday season. Uncommon Goods looks for products that are high quality, unique, and often handmade or made in the U.S. They have the most meaningful, out of the ordinary gifts anywhere. They even have gifts you can personalize. From holiday hosts and hostess gift to the coolest finds for kids, to hits for everyone from the book lovers to diehard sports fans. Uncommon Goods has something for everyone, not the same old selections you can just find anywhere. And with every purchase you make at Uncommon Goods, they give $1 to a nonprofit partner of your choice. They've donated more than $3 million to date. So to get 15% off your next gift, go to uncommongoods.com/RLRC. That's uncommongoods.com/RLRC for 15% off. Don't miss out on this limited time offer. Uncommon Goods, we're all out of the ordinary.
Very good.
How about some banjos? Folks, I've been trying very, very hard to bring the holiday spirit into this show over the last few episodes. We've had a couple of games. We had the crimes committed by the Grinch game. We had the top Christmas special villains of all time game. Both of those were a little bit disappointing in terms of overall scores. But
Hey,
I think today...
are you calling us stupid?
I think today...
Grinch game was actually pretty popular.
But then it's 1-1, right? Woody won the Grinch game, and Jim, you won the villains of Christmas specials game. So today I have 10 Christmas carols, and I'm going to read, because I can't sing, an excerpt of lyrics from a Christmas carol, and you have to tell me what Christmas carol it is.
It's like an official carol, or can it be a movie song?
No,
like
these are most popular
when
Christmas
Clark's
carols.
looking out the window and dreaming of a swimming pool, and the Was it Phoebe Cates taking off her top?
Phoebe
and what's that
Cates.
on that Hawaiian song? Don't you
forget about me.
And then
Wait, what song was playing when she was on the demo?
It's the Hawaiian song. It's
Oh, yeah.
Today. And the little girl comes up and he's like, oh, and she's like, Uncle Clark, are you really Santa Claus? And he said, no. And she said, I don't believe in Santa Claus. She said, why not? She said, because I was good all last year and I can get jack shit.
Okay.
All right, back to it. I'm sorry.
Okay, so these are 10 very popular Christmas carols. Most popular Christmas carols of all time.
We get it.
Okay. All right. So
Is it the 10 most popular?
Yeah. Is it the 10
if
most
you
popular?
jump in before I finish, you can jump in before I finish, and you'll have a chance to answer. If you're wrong, I'll finish the whole set of lyrics for the other person, and they'll get a chance to answer.
All right.
Okay?
All right.
So number 1. Oh, the weather outside is frightful, but the fire is so delightful.
Let it snow.
Let it snow.
Jim scores with Let It Snow. Okay, that's Jimmy. 1-0.
You might put me in the Christmas spirit here, Mike.
Here we go. Number 2. There must have been some magic in that old silk hat they found.
That's Frosty the Snowman.
Woody evens it up on Frosty. We're getting answers to questions now. I like this. Number 3. In the lane, snow is glistening. A beautiful sight.
Walking at Christmas Wonderland.
Jingle bells.
Winter Wonderland.
You already said Christmas Wonderland, and you were wrong as well. So it is Winter Wonderland.
I should have got a half a point. I got Wonderland right.
That's all right.
We'll appeal to the judges. It's 1-1. Number 4. Fa la 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 la.
Jingle bells.
Keep going.
That's it.
It is Jingle bells?
No. That's the clue. That's the entire clue.
Then I get a guess.
Fa la 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 la.
Tis the season to be jolly. Fa la 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 la.
I know it now.
You like XC Eat Molly. I don't know what the rest of it is. I don't know the name of it.
Deck the halls.
Eat Molly. It is Deck the Halls. Deck the halls and eat some Molly. Okay, good, Woody. Number 5. You can say there's no such thing as Santa, but as for me and Grandpa, we believe.
Grandma got run over by a reindeer.
There you go.
Jim, Grandma got run over by a
That's a
reindeer.
good one, Jim.
I thought it was a king cake.
The fuck?
When I came down to my first Mardi Gras, they played Grandma Got Run Over by a King Cake during Mardi Gras in New Orleans.
Never heard that one.
Never heard that one? Oh, okay. What's number 6 here? Let's see. Holy infant, so tender and mild, sleep in heavenly
That's
peace.
my favorite song. It's my favorite jam.
Keep
It is
going.
my favorite all-time Christmas song.
Go ahead.
Silent
Next one.
Night.
Woody.
Just took me a minute because you don't have my names.
Okay. So
That's your favorite Christmas song?
But that and the Little Drummer Boy. Really is. Bum, 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 bum.
2-2. Question 7.
He's probably got that.
I
one.
do have a tiebreaker. I do not have Little Drummer Boy. Sorry, Woody.
That's a special song.
Okay. You've got termites in your smile.
Grinch.
Wow, Jim comes back strong after Deck the Halls.
Oh, didn't got
the
that
rest
one.
of that was you have all the tender sweetness of a seasick crocodile. Okay, number 8. He knows if you've been bad or good, so be good.
Santa Claus coming to town.
That's not right.
Yes, it is.
too, baby.
Rudolph the Red-Nosed
No,
Reindeer.
Santa Claus
Santa
coming
Claus
to
is
town,
coming
baby.
to
He
town.
knows if you've been sleeping. He knows
Rudolph
if you're
the
awake.
Red-Nosed-
He knows if you've been good. or bad.
Rudolph doesn't know if you've been sleeping.
I bet you there's a Rudolph song.
Rudolph has no idea if you've been sleeping. Okay. So what
I'm
do
gonna
we
try to kill Rudolph.
It's 3-3 now. Question 9. Faithful friends who are dear to us will be near to us once more.
No fucking idea.
You don't?
No.
Jim?
Noel.
Oh, that's Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas.
I thought you were going to read more bars if you.
That was it. I mean, I
Oh,
only.
that's all you had?
He
Okay.
didn't give it away.
I was waiting for more bars.
Number 10, and then we have a tiebreaker if we need it. Where the treetops glisten and children listen to hear sleigh bells in the snow.
I can't fucking remember the name of it. See,
Bing Crosby just rolled over in his grave.
White Christmas.
I gave you the hint. Though.
You got it.
Jimbo gets it. Since I gave the hint, Woody will get one chance to tie, but Jim, you can block him.
How the fuck does that happen?
Because I have an 11th question.
I just want to hear. I want to hear the song anyway.
Okay. Then one foggy Christmas Eve,
Rudolph Red-Nosed Reindeer.
The easiest one.
If I ever shoot Rudolph,
well, you guys know your Christmas carols a lot better than you know your Christmas special villains. So
right?
Very good. Very good. Now, look, while we're on this subject, what is everybody? So you said your favorite Christmas song. Mm-hmm. My favorite Christmas song is "Oh Holy Night."
That's a good one.
And I'll tell you what, Carrie Underwood, when she sings that song, will move me to tears.
Carrie
literally,
Underwood sings on Sunday nights. She moves me to tears.
Amazing. No, but look, that song is a powerful song.
Yeah, she's badass,
and she really kills it.
She scares me.
Josh Groban does a good job on
ever since she started talking about slashing tires and putting a Louisville Slugger through headlights. She scares me.
What about you, Mike? What's your favorite?
I like Springsteen doing Santa Claus is coming to town, but that's the New Yorker in me.
There you go.
Springsteen did Santa Claus? I didn't even know that.
He did.
Oh, it's huge.
No kidding.
Yeah. It's huge. The only the highest selling now is what's her name? Oh my God.
Winnie Houston. I mean, Mariah Carey.
Mariah Carey.
Oh,
yeah. What the heck is that song?
It is a good.
See, that was.
Yeah, but you hear it. You hear it a gazillion times. You just want to.
I don't hear it because I don't listen to their music.
Well, when you go anywhere.
I don't go
unless it's men at work.
If I get somewhere, I'm going to the deer.
Over the house. So radio stations all over the country do like nothing but Christmas music for like a month and a half.
Yeah, they do that here.
And the whole reason they do that is because the rating services, meters that people carry, pick up all of the businesses that are playing the radio station doing those Christmas songs, and their audience like triples in a month and a half period when no one's really listening. It's being piped through in the malls,
stores, and everywhere else. Yeah,
it's a lie.
I get it.
There you go. Some insider information.
Cheat.
All right. Any final thoughts, Woody?
Nope. I got
nothing.
I got nothing. I just love y'all.
I want a Billy Goat hat.
That
looks like a brand new. That looks like a brand new Billy.
Let me see. It
looks like a brand new Billy Goat.
Put the strap on, but it's a couple years old. But from last time I went to shop,
that's a badass Billy Goat hat.
About a year and a half or 2 years ago.
I might need to phone a friend and get me a Billy Goat hat.
There you go.
You gotta have it. I love y'all,
Frank Thomas. Until next time, I'm
Frank.
Jim
If you're listening,
Chapman.
pick me up a Billy Goat hat.
Woody Overton.
I'm sorry, Ron Santo passed away. I can't say that. Fergie Jenkins. I'm sorry. Chicago Sport. Brian Urlacher, if you're around, pick me up a Billy Goat hat and send it, please.
Is he a linebacker for the Bears?
Yeah.
It's a badass.
He was good.
Yeah, he was.
Until next time, I'm Jim Chapman.
I'm Woody Overton.
I'm Mike Agovino.
Your host of Real Life, Real Crime Daily. Peace.
Aglats.